Emily Jane Turner never liked mirrors. Not because she didn't like how she looked, but because she didn't trust what stood behind her reflection. And on that Friday afternoon, she was right not to. When she glanced up from the sink in the girls' bathroom at St. Monica High School, her heart dropped. The door slammed shut, and the mirror didn't lie. 4 girls had just locked her in. Kayla, Madison, Brooke, Ashley. All the names she'd heard whispered since her first day. All the faces that twisted hallway laughter into something cruel. They were smiling now, but it wasn't friendly. "You thought we wouldn't find you, freak?" Kayla sneered, folding her arms. "New girl needs to be taught a little respect," Madison added, circling her like a shark. Emily froze. Her breath caught in her chest. Her fingers, still wet from washing her hands, trembled slightly, but her eyes stayed steady. She didn't say a word. But inside, something was breaking. 3 weeks earlier, Emily and her mom had packed their lives into a dusty red Honda and moved across the state for the 5th time in 3 years. Her dad was deployed again, and her mom had picked up 2 shifts at the local hospital to make ends meet. Emily knew not to complain. Life had made her tough. But tough didn't make it easy. She started school at St. Monica's, quiet, withdrawn, polite. Always in the back row. Always reading. Always alone. She didn't want attention. But her silence painted a bigger target than her words ever could. It started small side comments, fake smiles, little pranks. Gum under her seat. Her gym locker accidentally left open. Books spilled on accident down the hallway. Emily endured it. Her mother always said, "You are stronger than the storm if you don't become the storm." So she walked away. Again and again. But sometimes storms come looking for you. In the bathroom, Brooke shoved her first. Hard. Emily stumbled into the counter, catching herself with her palms. Ashley yanked her backpack, snapping one strap. Madison got close enough to whisper, "Say something, mute freak." Emily said nothing. Because she wasn't thinking about them. She was thinking about her dad. About the nights they trained together in the garage. About the bruises on her arms and the discipline in her core. His words echoed in her mind, "You don't start fights. But if they trap you, you finish them." And now, they had trapped her. Kayla raised her hand to slap her, but it never landed. Emily moved. Her body reacted like instinct. Like muscle memory wrapped in silence and fire. She blocked Kayla's wrist, twisted it, and with a pivot of her hips sent her flying into the first sink. Crash! Porcelain cracked and water hissed from the pipe. Gasps! Brooke screamed and lunged. Emily ducked, stepped in close, and drove her elbow into Brooke's stomach, then lifted and tossed her over her hip. Smash! Another sink shattered under the impact. Ashley tried to run for the dew. Only Madison remained, shaking, eyes wide, cornered in the stall like prey. I didn't want to, they made me," she stammered. Emily took a step forward, calm as stone. Her hoodie was torn, her knuckles red, her face unreadable. "I didn't come here to fight," Emily said, voice low. "But I'm not afraid to." She didn't touch Madison. She didn't have to. She turned, opened the door, and walked out. The hallway was a blur of noise as teachers ran toward the bathroom. Students froze as Emily walked calmly down the hallway, hair slightly tousled, expression unreadable. The sirens came. So did the principal. The nurse. The rumors. By third period, the entire school had heard. 4 of the most feared girls had been carried out on stretchers. 3 sinks destroyed. 1 girl, untouched. In the principal's office, Mr. Callahan folded his hands and looked at her carefully. The security cameras showed no footage inside the bathroom, only who went in and who came out. "You're lucky those girls aren't pressing charges," he said. Emily stared at the desk. "I asked them to stop." "They didn't," she replied softly. He sighed. "You'll be suspended for 3 days. But, between you and me? He leaned in. They deserved it. The 3-day suspension passed quietly. Her mom didn't scold her. She made hot cocoa and held her hand. Next time, she said, walk away if you can. But I'm proud of you. When Emily returned to school, everything had changed. People didn't mock her anymore. Some stared. Some nodded. Most stepped aside as she walked. But she didn't gloat. She didn't speak of it. She just returned to her seat by the window and opened her book. Later that week, a small girl named Grace approached her during lunch. Hi, she said shyly. Is it okay if I sit with you? Emily looked up. Then smiled. Yeah, she said. You can. In the end, Emily wasn't proud of the fight, but she was proud that she didn't let herself break. Because sometimes strength doesn't roar. Sometimes it's quiet. Steady. Focused. And when pushed too far, that quiet girl can become a storm. Green square final message, for narration ending. Don't mistake silence for weakness. Don't mistake kindness for fear. Because sometimes, the quietest ones hit hardest. And their strength isn't loud, it's earned. Be like Emily. Know when to walk away. But never forget how to stand up.